Hey girl,
How you doing today?
oof. I'm emotionally and physically drained, but I'm present.
I'm unwell.
I'm mentally and physically unwell, but I'm here.
Still kicking.
Still somehow alive after all these years.
You know what it is for me this week is pottery, because that just keeps me real zen, especially this week in pottery. Oh my God. One of the instructors happens to be an up-and-coming musician.
Yeah, this was something.
20-year-old. Love him. He decided to pull out his acoustic guitar and serenaded the class. It was very, at first I was like, oh boy, here we go. But it was very relaxing.
Yeah, it was great.
Sang his original songs.
Yeah, and they were great.
They were really good, and I told him. So that was enjoyable.
And what did you make?
Oh my goodness. So, I've said this. I'm not good at art or crafts.
It's not about being good though.
Yeah, but my first little creation was this dented little push pot that looks kind of like a flower. It's a stout little thing. I like stout shapes. And finally finished it. It came out of the kiln. It was glazed, has some cool speckles. And I actually put it in my office today with some fake plant in it.
Wow.
So it's in the real world now.
Oh my God, she's a potter.
Pottery in the wild. So
are we technically ceramicists? What are they even called?
Oh, yeah, I'm a ceramicist. So.
Guys, I'm a ceramicist.
Listen.
Well, I haven't made a single thing I've liked in that class, but I'm sticking with it. I keep trying, and maybe one day I'll find something I make not totally fugly.
That we did a coil session yesterday, and Jess did really well with that and made a little snake thing. So I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, I also made spaghetti and meatballs. So
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what I was on yesterday, but it was really enjoyable watching you try to coil and lose your mind, and every other minute being like, shit, what the fuck, what shit?
Yeah, one of the guys was laughing at me. I was not feeling that, but your spaghetti and meatballs was, yeah, that's the best thing you've made so far.
It's really getting weird with it. We'll see how they turn out.
Yep, can't wait. Yeah, so what else did you do this week? What are you up to?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you were really passionate that today is Ash Wednesday and that it's Lent.
It's our Ash Wednesday episode, you guys. Welcome.
This deeply religious themed
We are
podcast.
Repenting.
No, see, my whole thing with Catholicism is sin, baby, sin. Don't let Jesus's death go for nothing. Yeah, my whole thing with Catholicism is just, sin away. And then when you're about to kick it, just, confess all your sins and you're good. You still get to go to heaven, whatever.
So live your whole life sinful, then at the end, just, fess up.
Flag down a priest, fess up. You're good. You're golden.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense to me. So I've talked about how I'm the good Catholic schoolgirl gone
Allegedly.
bad on this podcast. That's my alter ego. Oh, I just said eco because there's a chocolate that I like.
Yep, I've had that chocolate. Yep.
It's really good, by the way. Sponsored by Alter Ego. Yeah, so it is Ash Wednesday. It's Lent. And yesterday was Fat Tuesday.
I know, and I'm real jealous. I got to go to Mardi Gras at one point in my life. All the parades looked so good. There's a parade, I think they're from California, and it's just they're just dads with dad bods, and their uniform they wear is a trucker hat, and they wear orange, green, grass stained New Balances, the grass mowing shoes that a dad would wear. And that's their costume while they perform in the Mardi Gras parade.
That's an aesthetic right there that I'm into.
Yeah. There was another parade group that was all just dressed up as Jennifer Coolidge from White Lotus, the Peppa Pig suit.
That's good.
Yeah, I gotta go.
I would love to. I've been following Carnival, which that's my dream. I think the sexiest women and the hottest outfits are at Carnival.
Have you seen Giselle?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Living her life.
She is thriving right now.
Yeah,
without
screw Tom Brady. He made the mistake of his life. He could have retired with his gorgeous wife and his nice family, and they're both rich, and he had to blow it all up and ruin it.
Yeah, she was having the time of her life at Carnival and looking great. And I usually do a workout with a personal trainer like throughout the week. I know it's bougie, but she couldn't make it. She was sick. So I was like, okay, I've been feeling like dancing lately and take a dance class. Let's check out the like Apple Fitness classes. And there was one carnival, like Zumba kind of class. I had the time of my life.
How long was the workout? It's like 20 minutes.
It was 20 minutes. I actually did 2 different ones. I did that one and just like a normal pop dance one. So
like 2 pop. For a second, I thought you meant like poppin'.
Oh, we did some poppin' in that one, but yeah, mostly just pop music.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
It was fun. So I'm like trying to get. So speaking of Lent, the things that I'm doing, because you don't just have to give up something, you can do more.
Are you rebranding? Did the church hire you?
I represent the church.
My cousin did work for the Catholic Archdiocese.
Really?
My sources say she hated it. So
yikes. I wonder what was behind closed doors there.
I mean, it's better if you don't dig behind closed doors when it comes to the church.
Yeah,
but
better not to see that. I was an altar server, so luckily nothing weird happened in my time, but God bless all those out there that went through some weird shit. But yeah, so this Lent, I definitely want to dance more and actually practice things I like. Like I say that I like to dance. I say I like music and writing, and like I write for work and stuff, but I want to actually practice it and be like, I'm enjoying playing the piano and making up a song. I'm enjoying writing like a random story that I'm making up. So I'm doing that. Hopefully I'll stick to that. And then what I'm giving up is complaining.
No, see, I think complaining is an art form and it's good for people, and people should complain and vent how they want to.
You know,
but I support you on your journey.
I get that. I sometimes like wake up and I'm what Gabe, my husband, calls cranky doodle. Cranky as hell for no reason. And like my life is good. So trying to not get in that mindset, but I do still think venting is always a good thing, especially on this podcast.
Yeah. No, I'm all for positive mindset, but I feel like, sometimes you got to complain so you don't actually murder someone. And it's it's actually saving a life to complain in some scenarios.
It makes the world a safer place.
Yeah. Keeps me out of jail. So sometimes I have to complain.
That's a good point. Do you have any Lenten sacrifices?
No, I have 0 Lenten sacrifices. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm just gonna, keep sinning, sin to win.
Okay.
And then maybe I'll have like, a religious reawakening near the end.
No one's perfect. So just embrace the sin right now.
Yeah, I feel like that's what Jesus was all about, and that's what he died for. So I don't want him to die in vain.
God bless. God bless. Another thing that signifies this special season is Shamrock Shake season at McDonald's. So
this is actually like a high holiday to you.
Yeah,
I feel like.
I mean, I've celebrated this for what, a decade? At least.
Yeah, I don't even know. Probably.
I don't know how long they've been doing this.
That's like a very safe guess, a decade.
Yeah, but the minty goodness. I mean, you're not a milkshake fan though.
True. I'm not a huge milkshake person. I feel like if I'm going to have that much ice cream, I just want ice cream. I don't want it blended up. But that's just my personal opinion. I can still get down on a Shamrock Shake. Yeah. Do I find myself lusting after one? Not always, but I can indulge.
I like mint flavor. Like I always liked mint chocolate chip growing up.
Which very controversial. A lot of mint chocolate haters out there. And I like mint and chocolate together too.
I love mint and chocolate. I even more love peanut butter and chocolate.
Well, yeah. There's a lot of haters for that too.
That's everything to me. I'm sorry for anyone who has a nut allergy. That's tough.
You're very American girl.
Very American girl. So, yeah. And Jess sent me, of course, she knows how much I love Shamrock Shakes. And someone on TikTok she did like a Oreo McFlurry version of the Shamrock.
I've seen that. Well, people just get like Oreos put in it.
Now that's something
innovative. Maybe that's what you have to try this Shamrock Shake season is the Oreos.
I like, yes, that's a fat ass thing to do, but like I will be doing it.
No shame here. And it's seasonal. You got to take advantage.
It's seasonal. I might as well just strike while the iron's hot and make it great.
Yeah. Why would you forego?
There's really no reason.
Go for it.
Thank you.
It's not one of your Lenten sacrifices, so go to town.
Okay. And so we all know you're super Irish. So are you excited for St. Patty's Day?
Well,
I know your family celebrates it.
What?
Yeah.
Aren't you Irish?
Well, I'm also Irish, but you're real Irish.
What does that even mean, though? What do you mean by that?
What's your percentage?
It's high, but I feel like you're saying that for a particular reason. Could it be my appearance?
Well, yes, you are redheaded.
Are you profiling me in this exact moment because I have red hair and freckles that maybe I'm Irish?
Well, you're a hot ginge, but I mean...
The spin. Yeah, I mean, I celebrate.
But I have seen you house some corned beef.
Well, if there's one thing I do love on this planet, it's corned beef.
You really enjoy corned beef?
Yeah, I'm like the patron saint of corned beef around these high holidays. I spread the gospel. I have friends who bring me multiple corned beefs.
We used to have like the wildest St. Patty's Day just because we ate so much. Like
that was everything we did.
Yeah.
Like every event or thing we would celebrate would first kick off with the 7-course meal and then copious amounts of drinking. So like you're just drunker and eating more until you're literally incapacitated and like cannot move.
Yeah, we used to have like several different types of fried apps, like fried pickles,
onion
rings,
and they were Guinness battered. I remember this.
So good.
And then how many corned beefs did we have that year? 3 or 4?
I think it was at least 3.
Yeah. And then our friend brought cupcakes too, on top of the multiple beefs she prepared.
Bailey's cream cupcakes.
Yeah, with the controversial name that which people shouldn't say anymore, but they were Irish car bomb cupcakes.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Yep.
To my IRA brother and sister.
Sorry.
No, not really.
So those were times that we had and enjoyed them. I probably will not be going to the St. Patty's Day parade ever, but
I mean, it's coming up. It's March 19th. I don't need to go there.
No, that's okay. I'm over it.
Yeah. Like I've been to the New York one a bunch. I'm tapped out.
Yeah.
The infamous one where I'm a baby and there's a photo of me and I have huge baby diaper camel toe on the side of St. Patrick's Day. Like the parade. It's oof.
That should be the thumbnail of this episode.
Rough. It's a rough pick that I should not associate myself with.
And just one thing to add, that Jess was a child model, a baby model.
Yeah.
She has headshots.
And it was clearly extremely lucrative and I'm so well off now. I'm just like living off of my modeling money.
You're a Nepo baby.
Clearly.
Okay, so that's a good catch up on the season, but like, let's be real. What's our big news for what?
Well, something's up about the friggin' miracle that happened Friday night. I know I just went on a rant about how I'm not really religious, but like,
woo!
Maybe it's working because God was on my side Friday night. So Friday, I get the email and I open. Well, first of all, it started with a text message. So Friday, I got this text message and honestly, it looked fake. It didn't look real. Like there were typos in it. So I'm like, oh, this is BS. Like someone got my name. This isn't real. And then I'm like, let me double check my email. Let me see if this is real. And sure enough, I opened my email. All the stars have aligned. God is on my side. I got selected for the Beyoncé verified fan sale.
So like, were you skeptical when you saw the email? Were you like, is this legit?
No, the email I knew that was legit because it was like from Ticketmaster and it looked real. But like the text message they send you, it's like really vague. And you can tell someone like quickly wrote it because like a bunch of the words were connected. So it looked like typos. It looked like a scam text to me, even though it had a code in there and everything. So I was like, all right, let me like verify that this is real before I spread the news that I finally got selected for a pre-sale.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. And then, so this pre-sale was on Saturday and I warned everyone, we like agreed on our budgets. And then I snagged 4 tickets through like the grace of God that weren't $3,000 each and we're not in the nosebleed seats.
So Jess was obviously updating me via text and our friend that is interested in, we were in the loop. So when I heard that she was selected, I was like, okay, like what time is the sale? Do you want me to go over to your house and
It's
sit
so
by the
funny that you
computer?
ask me these questions too, because never once in our entire friendship have you been the ticket purchaser. I have always been the ticket purchaser. And you're like, when can you get in the waiting room? Be in the lobby by 1:30. And I was like, it doesn't even work like that. Like, they don't let you in that room that early, but sure, I'm there. I'm trying.
I was like, okay. So, and she was like, no, please, you'll stress me out. And I was
You
like,
would.
that's probably really
Yeah.
true. So I'll let you do your thing.
Because it was extremely stressful. Like, I first got into the waiting room, and really, like, you can't get into the waiting room until like 10 minutes before they go on sale. But I kept refreshing, and it let me in at the 15-minute mark.
Okay.
And people who are the ticket purchaser for their friend group, like, know how stressful this is, how stressful of a burden
It's all riding on you.
of this cross to bear of being the ticket person. And then I finally got into the queue, and there were 2,000 people ahead of me.
Jeez.
And I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, oh no, here it goes. Like, it's all crumbling apart. And then I tried to, like, talk myself down. I'm like, Gillette holds a lot of people. Like, 2,000 people's nothing.
Yeah,
like, we
huge.
got this. But then again, this was, like, the last pre-sale. So I'm like, all right, this is it. Like, this is our moment. And then I finally get in, and like, people have been saying it's chaos. You click on 2 tickets, and if you don't immediately go to checkout, they're like, someone already bought those. So you have to keep trying again. And then through some miracle, I found 4 tickets and just got them.
So how did you find the section and the price, like within our price range, and like were able to get those right away?
Well, I mean, I set the filter to like the max we would accept. And then I just like went from there trying to find the best seats within that price range that people didn't like purchase the second I clicked on it.
So when you actually got the message that it was like, success, you order confirmed, like what was your reaction?
I was just like, I took a deep breath. I was like, I don't need to go into cardiac arrest anymore. Like, I have the tickets. They're
You're
secured.
alive.
And that's when I texted everyone. I was like, guys, I did it. Like, it's okay.
I was like, wait, what the fuck? I'm in shock. Like, I might cry right now. And then my other friend was like, praise Biggie. And she said his real full name because he's treated her. Yeah, he's treated her well throughout life. That's her belief. And I think it's true because here we are.
Yeah, all my doubters out there. To be fair, like, I was my number one doubter just because so many people have been talking about how chaotic it is to get tickets. And Ticketmaster has been on another one lately. And they're also my number one enemy in life. I've been secretly praying for their downfall, so hopefully that'll happen.
Well, I'm glad this was actually doable because after the issue with the Taylor Swift tickets,
Well, you're not a Taylor fan, so that wouldn't bother you.
That didn't bother me, but I heard that it was really tough. Like, my niece was really sad, so like that, you know, I feel for her, but like, I was like, okay, I hope they figure out for Beyoncé. And they did because it was possible.
Don't give them any credit. I will give 0 credit to them. They're still demons. And they own like most of the resellers. So, and they don't police the pricing that people can resell them at. So they're the problem. And then they continue to contribute to the problem.
So we're just lucky then because it worked out and we are fully prepared. We're not in the nosebleeds. We will be able to hopefully hear her sing, view the stage.
I know.
And be dancing our hardest, crying throughout the show, I'm sure.
Yeah.
With disco cowboy hats on.
Well, maybe. I mean,
potentially.
The thing is, you know, I want to come correct, and it might be everyone and their mothers wearing the disco hats.
I was thinking
which
that.
I appreciate, but it's just because Beyonce hasn't released that many visuals yet. Like, that's all we got.
I think we should just be unique and just look fly.
I think we can go like glam Studio 54 because that's kind of the vibe.
I just got chills, literally.
And I feel like so far with her visuals, that is kind of what she's going for. Like, it does remind me of Bianca Jagger, like riding the horse in Studio 54. Like, it's kind of reminds me of that.
Kind of like Donna Summer mixed with like
disco and house.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yep. So I'm very excited for that. Thank God. When Jess actually told me, I was out it was like a weekend and I was walking on the beach having like a nice little sunny day.
Of course you were on your daily constitutional.
Having a time, and I was like soaking in that moment, just smiling like a damn fool. Like, I'm seeing Beyonce, the world is working out.
Oh my God.
she was like, all right,
it's all
chill.
Oh my God.
It was like, I felt like a theme song was playing in my life.
Oh my God. How come I didn't get a dramatic video of you like dancing on the beach? Like, la, la, la.
I'm surprised I didn't film one.
I'm shocked. And you were talking, I don't know, weren't you like, I'm feeling so inspired? And I was like, I smell a poem coming. Like, I just feel it. You're going to knock out some poem right now.
Yeah, it'll be coming. Don't you worry. So that's a great update on our end. Cannot wait till August.
Yeah, I'm still in disbelief, and now we just have to wait until August 1st, which, like, Beyonce, I get
Tuesday.
it. Yeah, I was gonna say, love that, like, you're playing. I mean, she only plays stadiums now, but like a Tuesday, you had to do me on a Tuesday. Like, of course I'll do it, but like, all right,
Time to take off work. Apparently,
gotta go to friggin' Foxborough on a Tuesday. Yippee!
but yeah, so that's exciting. So as we love to do, it's our Bravo segment time, because there are actually a lot of fun updates with our beloved Bravo right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird news. I mean, we can start with like, I feel like the most recent thing that happened, which was Luann getting puked on at her cabaret show, and then and then people saying Dorinda got escorted out. But Dorinda,
Wait, so to be honest, I had not heard about this until
are we
today.
surprised you haven't heard about this? No, we are not.
Tell me everything you know.
Well, it's just, you know, I'm upset, first of all, that we haven't seen Luann's cabaret show.
Yeah,
Because it just sounds like a hot mess and it seems fun.
we have to.
Not that I'm like, should I support Luann? Whatever. But yeah, so she was performing her cabaret show, and there's a video of this. Like, she's like lounging on the piano, and for some reason, the way the seating is set up at the cabaret show, I guess there were seats behind the piano where you could sit. So she's on one side of the piano, and then on the other side of the piano is this woman who was part of a bachelorette party, and you can just see she starts like doing the big mouth, and you're like, oh no. And she like projectile vomits a little, and like Luann doesn't realize right away, and then some guy's like, yeah, behind you, watch out, and she's like, oh no, she's like, it happens to all of us. Like, she just blew it off. And
was it
turned
on
around.
her?
I don't even know if it really hit her. Like, she was fine.
Oh my God, yeah, that'll happen at a bachelorette party.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the environment.
At
And
Luann's
then-
show especially, like, you're raging at that point.
Well, yeah. And at that point, I don't know when her show starts, but people are drinking beforehand. You're pre-gaming
You're pre-gaming
Luann's
that.
cabaret. Come on,
Yeah.
let's be real. And then you're ordering doubles when you get there. Like,
This is
to
just a
sit through the
total
show.
side note, but besides wanting to go to that show, we have to go to Maury at some point.
Maury, all my friends already did that, and like a lot of my New Jersey friends, they all went to go see Maury in like his heyday and Jerry Springer, and like I just wasn't around and missed it, and it's one of the things I'm most upset about.
Yeah.
Because of course, like our friend Katie, like no matter what taping she goes to, the inauguration, Maury, like any sort of television event, the cameraman can always sense her, and they always zoom in on her at some point for like the reaction shot.
You and your other friend Paulina were in a shot on a comedy show that you went to, right?
Oh my God, for the Lucas Brothers comedy special in Netflix. At one point they tell like a kind of off-color joke, and then they cut to me and Paulina for the reaction, and we're both like, like we shouldn't laugh at this. Oh no. And I've never looked worse. We went to that taping after work. I have full glue stick head. I have a colonial low ponytail. Like,
Stop.
Never looked worse than when they've cut to me in that.
Nothing like a glue stick head colonial ponytail.
Yeah, I look like a fucking founding father. Like, it is not good. It's not a good look.
This leads me to another tangent of when we tried to have a business based on the founding fathers, like a perverted business about all the founding fathers on t-shirts.
I like how you say we had a business and it was me saying things, and then you and Kate were like, we're gonna make that into t-shirts, and I was like, okay, so I'm not involved in the business? Great, thanks. You guys are just stealing things that I say and trying to put them on t-shirts. Classic.
Just another day.
Just another day of me being borderline blackout drunk at the Boston Marathon and saying inappropriate things about
President
the
Garfield
president.
touched me inappropriately.
Just slandering presidents of yesteryear.
Yeah, that's pretty much when something's up. So Bravo, back to that.
Well, yeah. So yeah, there was the Luinda. There was the Luann puke thing, but apparently at this same show, people were saying that Dorinda, of course, was drunk, Slorinda, and got escorted out. So the next day, Dorinda goes live, and this video is so funny to me because she's like, "Let me get my glasses. What are my comments saying?" And she's trying to read the comments, and they're like, "Were you escorted out?" And she's like, "Escorted out? I left." And I'm like, okay, what's the truth?
Oh my God, Dorinda. This is not, a direct train of thought, but I was
go with it, see where it goes.
Well, Jersey, I was catching up, and when Teresa sent out her wedding invitations, I found it so funny that Ramona blew. Yeah.
Did you not know this before you watched the episode?
I think I saw that on social, but I totally forgot.
Yeah.
She freaking blew it.
This is classic Ramona too, though. Like, oh, let me make an Instagram story. This is the most beautiful invitation I've ever received.
It says all the details.
Yeah, zooming in on the details of the date, the location, where she needs to arrive.
Oh my God. So good. But Jersey, I know you have strong feelings about the drama right now.
Well, yeah, because this one hits closest to home.
Yeah.
I've met these psychopaths. They're doppelgangers in New Jersey.
Yes,
I know these types. I know these people.
Oh my God. So the Gorgas, it's sad. I think it's unnecessary that Joe and Teresa are completely, not getting along whatsoever. And their parents are crying they're crying up in heaven right now.
Woof. Per usual, I can always count on you to take it to the darkest place possible. Thank you.
Womp womp.
Yeah, and then say it with a smile and look at me like, okay.
I'm staring her in the eyes.
The angels of their parents. All right, cool. No, Joe, sorry. I mean, this is my Hess Express, what I'm feeling passionate about this week.
Honk honk.
Is that Gorga's gotta go. Get him off the show. They're always, in my opinion, lying. And there's a lot of rumors going around that Frank Catania and Joe kind of weaseled Nono out of his house.
What?
And I'm inclined to believe it.
Nono.
Yeah, I've brought this up before. I think the lawyers might be coming for Joe Gorga soon. I think he's doing shady behavior.
I would not be surprised if he's doing a sketchy contracting situation.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all if him and Melissa end up in jail, similar to the way Joe and Tree got
and
served.
they clearly, and Teresa has kind of said this, but it seems like they just show up for the show.
Yeah, they do. And did you watch the episode this week?
I think so. I watched 2.
I think there's only 2.
Okay.
And this week there was also other news because, of course, Joe posted a picture hanging out with Joe Giudice in the Bahamas. And they were like, oh, my best friend, Joe. So Gia commented and she was like, Joe Gorga, you're an opportunist. You never hang out with my dad unless there's a camera there. We all see it. It's real transparent.
I'm glad she said that. I think she's smart.
She is, yeah.
She speaks her mind well.
But I just think the Gorgas seem like they're trying to be social climbers. Their new house is a house of horrors. Why is everything so uneven and weird? Something shady about them, and they just gotta go.
Gotta even out your house and hit the road.
And I agree with Teresa's quote. I gave birth on the show. I got divorced on the show. I went to jail on the show. She's done everything on the show. And what has Melissa done except fake that she has a sister through some psychic?
Yeah.
Gotten another nose job. She had her failed pop star career. She's gone through every beaten to death housewife fake storyline.
And didn't Teresa recently meet up with Jacqueline or something?
Yeah. So that was causing problems too because Jacqueline was, of course, dragging Melissa. But it's whatever, Melissa. You're bringing nothing to the table. I can't even root for you because you bring nothing to the table.
Why do all the other ladies love her so much then?
I don't think they do.
Oh, they don't? Margaret seems like she does.
I don't know. Margaret's kind of weird too, though.
I have real weird feelings about Margaret. I want to like her, and sometimes I think she's funny, but then I'm like, you're actually a beast and you're full of shit.
She's a shit stirrer too. She's a low-key shit stirrer because she'll act really nice if she's hanging out with someone one-on-one, and then you see she's telling other people and getting involved in business that isn't her problem. If I was on that show, I would in no way get in between Teresa and Joe. I'd be like, no. That's your shit. I'm not dealing with that.
She's bold for sure. and Jennifer and Dolores. That's fiery.
I mean, I know. It was shady what Dolores did. Because I
love Dolores.
I know. I love Dolores too. I love Dolores on the show. I don't love that she wrote a letter like supporting Dina's ex-husband who tried to beat her up.
She wrote a letter?
Yeah, her and Caroline Manzo wrote a letter defending like Dina's ex-husband who tried to beat her up or did beat her up and her new husband up.
Huh. Okay.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of weird history there, but other than that, I love Dolores.
Yeah, other than that, she's great. I saw the preview of Frank, like, kind of starting to cry, talking to her about, like, what's the four of us, our family? That's
Frank's got to let that go, though. That ship sailed. He had years to fix that, and, like, he never did. Like, love you, Frank Catania, but, like, you got to let her go. Sorry.
Yeah, and now she's happy with her Irish boy that she loves.
That guy's eyes are crazy. Like, I can't even look directly at that man.
Yeah, that's like the type of person I've seen in my life, is someone that looks like that. That's a familiar type of person to me.
That's also like a Jersey type I have witnessed, a Jersey prototype.
I feel like that's a Boston type too.
It must be East Coast. That's an East Coast thing that they're moving around all these states.
Yeah.
I also loved this last episode. This is just so stupid that it's like guys' night and they went to the bar and Frank Catania goes up to the bar and orders a green apple teeny.
I missed that. Oh my God.
And then he started crying about his ex-wife. I was like, Frank, you're going through something, man. I don't know what's going on.
I hope he's well. I like him.
But when Joe Gorga and Louis were fighting, I was like, Joe, you look like a clown. You're losing this one. You're losing it, bro.
So the New Jersey is the season that, or the crew that Gabe cannot really, he'll watch all the others, pretty much all the others with me, but he like can't stand these people. He's like, they look so bad and they look so wild.
That's rude, because that's New Jersey culture. That's tri-state culture.
I love it.
And the one girl, well, Danielle's from Staten Island. I can't really condone her behavior, but Danielle.
Oh, God.
She was on True Life, too. I don't know if you remember her. She was on, like, True Life. I'm a Staten Island girl. The new girl, Danielle.
Really?
The blonde girl, yeah.
True Life, one of my favorite shows.
I was going to say, and I know you have them all memorized, so I feel like we've definitely watched this episode.
I've seen that one.
Yeah. True Life, I'm a Staten Island girl. That was her.
I'm going to rewatch.
Yep.
Hot damn. So Jersey, there's so many other shows that I've been watching personally. New Vanderpump.
Did you watch New Vanderpump?
Avi.
Hate Raquel. Think she should have left seasons ago.
I feel so bad. Like, it's like quite to ding.
Yeah, it is quite to ding.
Not bad. Like, it's rough. Like,
yeah.
Dating Peter?
Well, the whole thing is like Peter has slept with everyone at SUR. Like, give it a rest. Like, and she knew that. Yeah. She knew that.
I have no idea why she actually went on dates with Peter.
I feel like they just needed to throw Peter a storyline so like you can take Raquel out. Like, she cried on all their dates.
And she cried.
And did they both think it was going anywhere? It's like she cried out of half of the dates you guys have been on. Like, what were you thinking?
And then obviously the divorce.
The divorce.
Yep.
The Bubba divorce.
Yeah. And you know bar.
What? It had to happen. The divorce.
Tom.
He treats Katie like shit.
Yeah. I'm glad she did that. It's weird because they're still friends in the show. I don't know how they are now.
I think it's gonna devolve.
Yeah.
Because the Raquel stuff didn't happen yet.
It's tough when they have the same friend group.
Yeah.
So that's rough. But like, he obviously like tried to throw everything into the bar, but then the guy they've been working with is like, these guys know absolutely nothing.
It's funny because like he said that when they opened Tom Tom. So it's like
they haven't learned.
Yeah, it was like they haven't learned shit, and like you guys are always just propping them up. But like Lisa knows their uses. She's like, no, you need to use them. Like they go around to the tables. Like they're more of the face, and like we handle the business.
And unsocial, and you know. Yeah, but for them to like constantly change the design and for construction to be pushed back, like, that's annoying for all the people involved.
They did the exact same thing though during Tom Tom. Like, they're just doing the same shit over and over again. My whole thing with Schwartz and Sandy's though is apparently it's like just in a strip mall.
Really?
But it still looks cool. So
yeah,
I mean, I would go.
They were like, oh, it looks like this is what you feel like when you do shrooms. So like,
I hate how that's like their whole vibe. They're like, we just do a lot of shrooms now.
I know.
And try to do business stuff. It's like, all right, you guys are like 40. Maybe you should reevaluate your priorities.
Nevertheless, it's a creative concept for design.
Yeah. And I'm also surprised that like Lala is now constantly acting shocked about who Randall turned out to be. It's like, girl, I'm kind of with Lisa Vanderpump. It's like,
yes.
you knew what was going on a little bit.
I really liked when Lisa said that. And like, she came out of love. Like, she cares about her. But
of like, maybe you chose not to see the things.
She's like, be honest with yourself, Lala. Like, how could you not see that? And Lala is like obviously defensive because she's like, no shit, I feel stupid. But like, yeah, like there's so many red flags. It's crazy.
And I think like Tom Sandoval said it in the worst way possible, but it's like, Lala, yeah, like how can you be shocked that he was sort of running like a casting couch situation, but in the same respect, when you first started dating him, you were bragging that like you slept with him for a Range Rover. Like,
yeah,
these things are related. Like, what are we not putting together?
I know, but I do feel for her. That sucks to go through. She has a kid.
Yeah, I know that's all terrible, but I don't think she can act so shocked when his true character was revealed. And it's just funny to me that like Fofty was right, like 50 Cent was right. Fofty was right this whole time.
She's like, all right, 50, I know I bitched about you for years, but you were actually right about everything.
You're actually 100% right, and I was in the wrong. But she'll never admit wrong, I feel like.
No,
in anything.
Yeah, she's kind of,
which is kind of annoying,
stuck in her ways.
And then, do you have any other thoughts on Vanderpump?
And then, well, James's new girlfriend
looks like his mom.
Looks just like his mom. They moved in right away. Lala called her a thin-lipped bitch, but she just has natural lips. Like,
Lala just likes to talk shit about people. Like, she loves keeping James like wrapped around her finger, like just to like string along.
And it's like, by the way, we fucked multiple times.
Yeah, and like she doesn't need to say that shit. Like, why would you say that shit to someone's new girlfriend? That's just like gross and shady.
Yeah. So who knows? But he seems happy. We'll see.
I know. Are we even going to wish DJ JK good luck? It's like, all right.
I don't really care.
I don't either.
But yeah.
Did you watch Summer House at all? Do you watch Summer House at all?
Gabe actually likes Summer House. That's one of the ones he's like, let's watch it. I watched Summer House and new cast of characters. They were trying to bring in the hot, fresh meat again, which kind of annoys me.
The Marine?
Well, he's one of the guys, but it's mostly girls.
The blonde girl?
I like her.
I don't know their names yet because they're new.
And then the other girl that was friends with Paige.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I don't know anyone's name. And then is there another new person?
I think the other girl that was friends with Paige was on either Winter House or another Summer House. I don't know if this is her first time.
Oh. And then like eventually Sierra came back. Danielle came to the house. And like for me, I'm getting like, actually I feel really good about Kyle. Much better than.
Did you watch the last episode?
I think so.
The one where Kyle goes on a rant at dinner?
Yeah. Well, that's just him, but like he was much better than he used to than in the past, I think.
I know. I get Kyle. He's a very like work hard, play hard kind of guy, but it's like, dude, you're also 40. Maybe you shouldn't be like incoherent at every single dinner.
Well, it is kind of sad when it's like he wants to get the party started and everyone else is like chilling and he's like, come on, take a shot.
Yeah, it's like you're old. You got to accept your role as being old.
But at least he and Amanda seem good, and like I did feel for him how it was kind of like sad and awkward with Carl, because they've worked together for a while and now he's with Lindsay, and from my perspective, I do think it seems like Lindsay is like in his head kind of having him whipped in certain ways.
I don't know. I think Kyle obviously could have handled that entire situation better, because even when he probably brought Carl on for Loverboy, like I think it was more of a friends over business kind of situation.
Yeah, and he was helping him out because he was in a bad spot.
I don't think that's how it was.
You mean
Kyle brought Carl on because Carl was in a bad spot.
Yes.
Yeah. But I think like then Kyle wanted to be more focused on the business, and it like wasn't delivering what he thought it was going to deliver.
Yeah.
But I still don't think he should probably be going on TV saying that Carl was so coked out he forgot his computer.
That he took it too far, and I get why Danielle
and Carl's
was mad.
admitted to like his drug use, but I feel like that was really out of line,
especially when he's been doing so well being sober. And he even, I think Lindsay had said it was hard for him for a bit, and he almost relapsed, but he didn't. So I do get that she's trying to support him, and maybe this isn't the right job for him, but I feel just like it's a bummer to see the distance between Kyle and Carl, because it always seemed like Carl was the officiant at their wedding, you know?
Doesn't really mean anything though.
I thought it did.
I mean, all right. You also like love weddings. So.
I do. I'll watch anyone's wedding video. Even
You're sick.
I'll always, like, if I see it on Facebook, I don't know these people very well.
Sick.
I'll watch it.
But are you just watching it because you want to, or are you comparing it to your own?
No, I genuinely think it's interesting to watch.
Okay. So it's just a case study for you.
Yeah. It's like, okay, let's see a romantic little clip.
Okay. That's fine then.
Yeah. I'm not like mine was better.
I didn't think you were either. I was just curious. And I mean, I say all of these things being a Lindsay Carl hater. I think I hate them.
I don't like them either.
No. And it's like so in your face. I think Lindsay herself has a lot of things she needs to work out on her own.
Yeah.
And she just kind of has always had a thing for Carl, which, okay, I get that. But Lindsay's got to like do some work on her.
And she comes across like she has, but she clearly hasn't in her conversations, like with Maya.
Yeah, I didn't like how that whole Maya thing went down. Like that seemed very like jealous girlfriend to me.
Because I think Maya hit the nose on the head where Lindsay was being like, back off and don't text my man. But Lindsay didn't want to admit that.
Yeah. And it's like, you need to admit where you're wrong. And I think Lindsay can't do that either. And that to me is just like so immature. It's like, just admit that you had a bad take.
Yeah, I do think that is immature.
And I can't, like, it was killing me this week when Lindsay was like, you know, and I was like, Carl, do you like me? Do you see me as the mother of your children? And it's like,
that was a good impression. What made me almost yak was the opener when she was in the nurse suit.
No, I don't like that either.
That was rough.
Yeah, like, get out of here.
I'm like, really?
I'm just like sick of Lindsay shit at this point too.
I always like Amanda.
Well, duh, you love Amanda. But to me, Amanda's like a wet blanket. Like, you know, she won't get any more involved in this lover boy drama. She's very like non-confrontational.
She just like hangs out with her girlfriends and lets her husband like talk shit.
Yeah.
Which, good for her.
I mean, she figured it out. Like, whatever.
She's chill about it.
Yeah. But she's also like, I feel like I can't hate Amanda because she's just there, you know, like she's not doing anything.
My favorite is when she like gets dressed for the night and everyone thinks she's in pajamas.
I literally every time, and she's like, guys, this isn't pajamas.
She's like, wait, I'm ready to get like to go out.
Wait, guys, I'm fully ready to go out. These aren't my pajamas, I swear. All right. Well, we talked about Bravo for so long, but honestly, there was a lot of Bravo shit we had to talk about.
It was necessary. Well, you said your Hess Express was the Gorgas. Do you have any other thoughts on?
No, I mean, like I said, they were really just irking me this week, so that's what I was feeling passionate about. I think the Gorgas gotta go, sick of them, ready for some new blood. And
need a refresher.
Yeah, I'm sick of Joe's like, I don't know. He's just like so dramatic and like Napoleon complex to a T, like just an angry little man all the time. Like I'm sick of watching his forehead veins like pump out of his head. I don't know like if he's on steroids or something, but like he's got to calm down. Like, sir, go take a nap, take a few deep breaths. Like you're getting so hot-headed about stuff. And then people come to him with resolution. Louis like, do you want to meet with your sister? Like I'm trying to get you to talk. And he's like, no. And it's like, all right, well then like, what do you want? Like, like, what do you want? You're either going to bitch and moan or do not do anything to make it better. Like you can't have it both ways. I don't know.
Yeah, totally understand that. Well, I'm gonna go into my Hess Express, and we've talked about this before, and it's still kicking. The Emrata Eric Andre situation relationship. What is it called? Situationship that is going on. I don't know. I had seen her like maybe last week post something on TikTok where she's like, when your situationship ends, like, but that was, it was like soon after he had posted the nude, like hilarious picture around Valentine's Day. Did you see that?
Yeah, of course I did.
I am obsessed. That's my Has Express, is just posting that picture. Like
'Cause
I
it's
laughed my ass
very
off.
much your brand.
Yes.
Those are two people you're obsessed with, and they're both fully nude, like in their perfectly designed apartment. Like that was almost like curated to your taste.
My jaw dropped when I saw that and was so happy. Just because it's like, first of all, so funny to post that obviously Emrata's ass is in the mirror when
Yeah.
you're naked with a freaking emoji over your dick, and he was flexing his foot with like a wine, like not giving a shit. Like they had gone to the basketball game with Diplo, right? I think it was.
I didn't know that. I don't know. You're
I
deep.
followed the whole
Well,
thing.
I know because you love both of them.
They had gone to the game and took a bunch of pictures. They were hanging with Diplo. The night continued. It was Valentine's Day. They had
Then they wiped each other's ass, and then after they had wine, they posted this picture.
yeah, they cracked open the red wine. They had their socks off and posted that on the internet. And then like my boy Eric was reposting people that said like you broke the internet of like their photoshopped versions of the pictures.
I mean,
one had a Hillary Clinton. And like just like weird men like in the mirror instead of Emrata. That was good. So if they're not hooking up anymore, that's okay. But just for that moment, I'm so glad they had that moment because
that moment gave you so much hope. I
Yeah.
feel like you should frame this photo and go to it for inspiration.
maybe I'll frame
dark
it
times.
in my office instead of putting up like my diploma. I'll just put up that.
Yeah. I mean, who needs a diploma? Who needs credentials? That goes
Right.
farther.
Exactly. So that's my Hess Express. Best of luck to them. They look great. And I enjoy the vibe, the carefree, no shits given vibe.
Yeah. I would expect nothing less than from Eric.
Another great duo, our girls, Amy Poehler and Tina Fey. Our girls. Gorls. I just found out they're having a comedy tour. You told me.
Yeah, the tickets already went on sale, but
Because I definitely would have gone.
I mean, I think we can still try, but I don't know. Like I said, Ticketmaster's a shit show now. Even to get pre-sale for that, people were complaining that there was like a long wait because they're not doing that many shows.
You know what's crazy too? Gabe randomly, like he got an email and he looked at Sarah Silverman tickets, like just to see the price. Mm-hmm. I think it was like a Thursday. Just normal tickets were like over $400.
Yeah, that's weird too. I mean, it must be sold out.
He looked at like a different day, like a Wednesday, and it was like $38.
Yeah, it just depends when you want to go. Like, you just need to check it out.
It's crazy.
And is she's probably playing Wilbur,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
I love her.
I love her too.
Always.
I didn't watch her on The Daily Show, though.
Oh, I actually saw her hilarious clip of, you should watch it.
I know.
She was really
I kind of
funny.
fell off on The Daily Show.
I don't watch it consistently, but I try to catch up once in a while.
I usually just watch Last Week Tonight, but that's been like off for a while. It comes back this week.
What is it?
It's John Oliver's show.
Oh, John Oliver.
Yeah.
Have you been watching anything else interesting lately?
I mean, I've just been watching Last of Us, which like emotionally devastates me every week, and I don't know why.
I've been watching that too.
It's like an abusive relationship. Like I keep watching every episode, and I'm like, oh, cool. Like, what horrible thing are you going to show me this week?
It cuts deep.
Yeah, I'm still not over that episode with like the brothers. That was really rough.
Oh my God. But it's a great show. Like I'm not usually into like end of the world zombie types of shows, but I think it's really well done and I love it. And my crush of the week is Zaddy Pedro Pascal. That's his name, right?
Yeah, that's your crush's name is Pedro Pascal.
I love him.
Hold up. I thought you had a different crush for this week.
And another thing I watched is in my I have two crushes. Him, he's fine.
Well, then I might steal Pedro to be mine.
Okay, he can be yours. And I also watched, I know that I'm behind the 8 ball in this one, but the movie Bros with Billy Eichner.
I still haven't watched Bros.
Oh, it's really funny.
Very well, I mean, when that came out, Billy was saying a lot of wild stuff.
Yeah, he's super outspoken in the movie too, but
well, it's not even that. It's like when the movie came out and like it didn't do as well as he thought it was going to be. He's like, people don't support cinema.
Oh, no, yeah. And I remember him saying like, you should go to the movie to support the gay culture. And if you don't go, you're not supporting the gay culture.
I know. And everyone was like, well, we went to go see Megan. Like that. We picked Megan over Bros.
rough weekend for him. But
I don't think they came out the same weekend still, but like people showed up for Megan.
Right, that's true. But anyway, I loved it. I thought it was really funny. I love him. I love him just screaming his goddamn head off on Billy on the Street, which Amy Poehler has been on. And I think Tina. I think both of them have been on.
Everyone's been on it.
Yeah. I'd say him. He's a funny one.
Well, I got to see Bros. I haven't watched it, but I do love a good rom-com. So I just need to sit down and actually watch it.
I actually watched 2 rom-coms over the weekend.
Please tell me. I'm so curious if I've seen these other 2.
I have watched the new Julia Roberts, George Clooney.
No,
rom-com.
I haven't watched that.
What's it called? Ticket to Paradise or something.
That felt like a cash grab, but how was it?
I'll watch anything Julia Roberts is in, and George Clooney. I love them both.
But what's your review? How was it?
I mean, it was kind of cute. It wasn't that funny. Like,
I feel like it didn't hit you the way you thought it was going to.
I expected that it wouldn't be amazing, but I watched the whole thing and I didn't hate it. It was in Bali, so it was like a beautiful setting.
All right. What was the other one?
Bros.
Oh. I thought there was like 2 other ones.
I wish. I love a rom-com.
See, the way you are about Julia Roberts, I think that's like, I mean, controversial. That's kind of how I am about Emma Roberts. If she's in a rom-com, I will watch it because she'll usually be like kind of a bitch, which I'm into.
That's a good character to play, is the rom-com bitch.
Yeah, she's always like kind of a bitch, and then it's like enemies to lovers kind of thing, which I'm like, yeah, you did it, girl.
I like that. Another, this isn't really movie related, but just in terms of like lovers that I have been intrigued by.
I literally have no idea where this is going. All right, let's see.
I am not Gen Z, but I follow Emma Chamberlain. I like her.
Her and Role Model.
Her and Role Model. They're on like GQ in some interview.
Yeah, it's funny.
So I went deep on them.
Of course, because you get like obsessive.
I already have watched like pretty much all of her. I especially like her videos when she's traveling, her little films of like,
it's called the vlog.
Her vlogs in like Amsterdam and whatever. England was her latest. So I think she's funny, and she was just in the New York Times actually. And I have to try her coffee. Intrigued by that company.
Did you just find out about the coffee?
No, I knew. I've been following, but I just found out about her boyfriend. So I'm like, oh, they're cute.
Yeah, that like GQ interview was kind of like their soft launch. Well, they've been dating for a while, but they're really private, which I respect. Like if I was in that scenario, I wouldn't be public about anything either.
He's from Maine, which is nice.
I love how you're like, I did my deep dive, so this is what I'm reporting back.
And that's pretty much all I know. That they're, I'm rooting for them.
You're rooting for so many people this episode. We should keep an ongoing list of who you're rooting for and how they're doing.
Emrata and Eric.
Rooting for you, even though we think you broke up.
Yeah.
Emrata and Eric.
I actually think, at first I thought Emrata's podcast was like kind of forcing it, but it seems like she's had some interesting conversations. Like I just saw that she had Iggy Azalea on, talking about how it really was and like how she got hardly any money for all her, sexy portrayals.
No money, no family, growing up in the middle of Miami.
I never liked her raps though.
Well, to me, it's just like, she's another controversial semi-appropriator because they're like, girl, you're from Melbourne, Australia. Why you sound like that? Like, why are you rapping like that with like that connotation?
Well, God bless her. Rooting for her.
Oh, okay. So we'll add Iggy Azalea to the rooting for her list for this week. who's you're rooting for.
So stay tuned next time to see who I'm rooting for and see how they're doing.
Yeah, we need like a power ranking of who you're really rooting for and who's kind of slacking.
Yeah.
Well, and then I don't think you watched this, but like for next time you should really watch Stolen Youth on Hulu. It's this documentary about this cult.
Love a doc
in Sarah Lawrence.
And I love cults.
And I really want to talk about it because the main cult guy in it really pissed me off. So you should watch it.
I will probably watch it tonight.
Yeah, watch it. Stolen Youth on Hulu so we can discuss it.
Can't wait.
Homework.
All right. Well, thanks for stopping by Something's Up. It's been It's been lovely. And have a happy Lent.
Sin, baby, sin.
Bye-bye.